Now that we have a better idea of how to approach FRQs and make sure we're getting all those points, we can get started with the actual kind of review activities. So in the Google Classroom, under the day one kind of heading, I want you to locate the frequently used FRQ terms document and open that up. This is a Google Doc that has a list of all terms that have been used on the last 9 years of AP Psych test FRQs, minus the ones that were from the clinical psych or the social psych unit, because that's not going to be on the test. And it's a really good way to kind of focus and start a review. I do want to make clear, though, that this resource is not like an exhaustive list of everything you need to know for the AP Psych test, and I'm not promising that these terms will all be on the test or that any of them will be on the test. It's just a great way to at least start our review work. And I'm doing that basically to help us prep for this first FRQ. So this whole week we're going to be focused on these research-based FRQs in anticipation that that's going to be like 50% of your guys' test. Other weeks and other modules, we are going to be focusing more on unit review, so units 1 through 7 for those concept-based FRQs. So your activity for today, and this is kind of the only review activity we're going to do today, should take you no more than 20 minutes, probably take a little bit less the more prepared you guys are, the more you remember these terms. And so in your guys' Google packet, you have a list of the most frequent FRQ terms for Unit 1 kind of recreated. And I'm going to want you guys to do this activity in like 2 different rounds, being completely honest. So I'm not going to judge you, we're not going to grade you on how many terms you know like right off the bat versus ones you need more research or more support to answer. So for the first round, I want you guys in black text, so using the regular kind of black font, I want you to write a very clear definition of the term without looking up any information. So if you are certain that you know what that term is, like go ahead and treat it like it was the defined portion of an FRQ and answer that question. Afterwards, I want you to go back and change your font color to red, and I want you to either modify or add on to the one that you had in black text, or just create it in the red text altogether. So this is really going to give me a pretty good idea as to kind of where we are as far as what terms we know, what terms we all have kind of mass confusion on, and I'm going to use that data to kind of create your guys' mastery checks and do nows in the future to make sure we're all good. So go ahead and pause this video to complete that activity for as long as you need. Okay, thanks for doing that. Super appreciate you guys being honest and just kind of answering the questions as you normally would. We do have a couple minutes extra left in this 60-minute class, so I'm going to give you guys a link to a Quizlet. This link is going to also be in the Google Classroom and in your guys' class packet as an easy way for you to practice Unit 1 terms in kind of a more fun quiz-like way. All right, so that ends our class for today. Make sure that you're submitting your Google Doc into the classroom. I am actually going to be actively like cycling through these documents as you are doing them during the normal class time. So kind of one of the benefits for you guys doing the class live with everyone else is that if you start to really get off the rails, I can kind of autocorrect and help you guys get back on track. Note that the Google Docs are all going to be due by 8 a.m. Friday. So we have 3 modules a week for AP Psychology, and all 3 of those are going to be due on that Friday. All right, there is a mastery check in Edulastic. These mastery checks are mandatory. So they're going to help the school kind of track whether people are completing the lessons and if we're kind of doing it live or later, because it also records like a timestamp. So that's a very good way for them to kind of keep track of who is participating. So please make sure you're doing these mastery checks like pretty much right after we finish the lesson. I am not grading on correctness, so it's not like you're gonna get 5 out of 6 in I don't know, in IC for doing that. But I am going to be using that data again, so please answer honestly and then like without using your notes. All right, so that wraps it up for this module. Next module, we are going to probably do some work within FRQ, and then if I find a good video, I will also include that as kind of like a review for you guys.